Welcome back. Well, let's quickly get the corporate conversations going. Zen Technologies is the first company on the radar, and now it has secured large orders from the Ministry of Defence. The total value is about 152 crores. To talk about this order win and, of course, to get a quick sense of the business outlook, we have Mr. Atluri joining in. Mr. Atluri, great to have you on. Thanks very much. So this is for integrated air defence combat simulators, I believe, for the L-70 gun. Just a quick sense on what is the time period, when do you book it, the period of supply, and just the margins on an order like this?
The margins will continue to be, on an average, what we have said earlier, EBITDA of 35%. And we intend to execute it within the current year. And again, this product has a lot of demand both within India and outside India also. We expect some more orders to come for this product and related air defense products.
You say this year, and obviously not this financial year. It will. I'm supposing it will.
Yeah.
The execution is FY26.
Right. FY26. Yeah, FY26. Yeah.
Okay. And where does this take the overall order book to?
So I think the last we had done was about 800 crores of the announcement. This should take us to about 950 crores, the old one, yeah.
Right. Mr. Atluri, just a good morning, Prashant here. I don't know if you've discussed this in the past, but you're someone who kind of have, I was looking at this long interview that you'd done with another journalist, and you were talking about warfare of the future, etc. So obviously you're thinking about how this is going to evolve, right? I mean, the bigger stuff. So in that regard, one of the businesses, right, I mean, is simulators for you. The anti-drone is the other one, the two big segments. For simulators, I just wanted to ask you, drones have kept their promise from 10 years ago. I remember talking to you and reading about this and how drones will take over air warfare, etc. They've kept their promise. And now you are talking about drones and AI, etc. The need for putting pilots into airplanes, right? I mean, that is another one which is being debated at the frontier. Is that a question at all for you as you look at it, sir? I mean, for that simulators business?
So, the thing is, two things. One is that, we are, have a long-term plan in which we have included drones also as a part of strategy and robotics. I think drones, anti-drones and robotics will play a large part in the future of the war. And I think we are going in that direction. We acquired some drone-related companies also now as we speak. With regard to your question, I personally am in sync with you that planes will play lesser and lesser role and drones will play larger and larger role. So yes, I think we are definitely moving in that direction that, aircraft simulation will be lesser of, pilot training will be lesser of a problem. But as of now, we are not in the Air Force. As you know, we are in Army and Naval simulation. We are not in the Air Force simulation, but definitely we are getting into anti-drone and drone simulation.
All right. Hi, Mr. Atluri. Good morning and good to see you when, stock price has recovered considerably from the last time we chatted. Obviously, as you said, you're not looking at the stock price and you have no intent of going ahead and buying stock. But looks like investors, they gobbled up that dip that we saw. Let's focus on a couple of other aspects. You're talking about the first half of next year, seeing a good amount of traction in terms of orders. I think in the last time around, you were hinting that maybe around 800 crores of orders will be finalized. Should that be the ballpark number? And out of that, you gain some orders?
Yeah, that's right. We started getting from that ballpark estimate that we made. And we are somehow, we feel that we can still stick to that estimate.
All right. So we'll expect close to around another 500-600 crores of order inflow for the first half of the year?
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Yeah, that's our expectation too. Yeah.
And for the entire year, what should it be?
So I just restricted to that only, Nigel. I'll not go beyond that as of now. Yeah.
So you're saying 500 crores in the first half of the year, and you'll see how the second half of the year pans out. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, more than 5, maybe 600 crores or so, and then we'll see. So I think as we come, maybe in a couple of months, I will definitely be, reevaluating the current situation, and we'll be sharing with you and others, Nigel.
Right. Mr. Atluri, just one other question. Recently, we've seen, and this is very, very early, But countries like Germany, etc., are talking about, and Europe as such is talking about rearming itself in a big way. And these are hundreds of billions of dollars we're talking about. Will all this demand, if this were to materialize, and it looks like it is, I mean, parliaments are passing these and they want to do it quickly. Is there scope for Indian sort of defense equipment makers like yourselves in this?
So we definitely think there is a big scope for us, especially because they perceive they would like to have training for all kind of war systems, including their potential enemies' war systems, and of course drone and anti-drones also. As we speak, actually one of our subsidiary does supply some drone components to, or planning to supply some drone components to Germany. And we think this is a big thing. I was actually kind of surprised that they set up almost 800 billion euros for, procuring from the European defense companies. And Zen is, trying to get a piece of that action. And, as we speak, we are trying to connect with European counterparts whom we can, probably help in achieving their objectives.
Any numbers you'd want to put to it? I mean, is there a...
No numbers. Not at all. It's too early to put numbers.
Aspirational number?
Aspiration. Yeah, I think we should, if things work out, it should be quite significant. I think it should be a major part of our revenues in 2 years' time. But let us see how it works out. But the thing is that at this, it's very, very vague and foggy at this point in time. But maybe in 2 months from now, I should be able to give you a better indication what's happening.
In the next 2 months, we'll have a chat. But for FY26, what kind of a guidance can you give us? For FY25, you're talking about, I think, 900 crores of revenues with margins of around 35%. Since you're in silent period, we won't quiz you on FY25. But what about FY26? Given the order book that you have, what is the goal?
Let's treat that also as part of the silent period, FY26 also.
All right, but the working capital days will come down, right? And the cash flows will improve, because that's something that's been a bit of a sticky aspect.
I think the cash flows should improve. Fortunately, we did a raise and we have the monies, but the cash flow, there is some kind of a slowdown in the payments from the government, but that's not really impacting us. But I think the industry is sensitizing the government to the requirements to make faster payments. But I think overall, the government is really going full-fledged in the government is going full-fledged in procurement of Indian defense systems, and we can see the amount of the tenders that we expect to come during the FY26 are going to be very, very large. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. But that point on the operating cash flows improving is something that we'll track, because that's been something that's been a bit of a sticky issue. Thanks a lot, Mr. Atluri, for joining in. Congratulations on this order win, and all the best for the upcoming first half of next year. As you're saying, you're expecting some big order wins. We'll track you on that. Look forward to chatting up with you soon.